I want to share a story with you that I read in the Sunday Times supplement many years ago. It's a very funny and poignant story, but true. As a linguist, I've always been fascinated by things like language change. One of the very sad things that happens in language change is language death. You can have an indigenous language that is spoken by a small number of people, and after colonisation by Europeans, the main language, the lingua franca, English, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, whatever it was, takes over, leaving by force. Children are taken to school and taught that language and are not allowed to speak their own indigenous language. Sometimes very naturally it just dies. Children just don't use it anymore. A journalist for the Sunday Times was travelling around Tierra del Fuego. That's the big island at the far southern tip of South America, not far from Antarctica. Wild, rugged place. And he went to this town where there was a woman he was told was the last speaker of her native language. He interviewed the woman, called Margarita. Spanish name, of course. I don't know what her indigenous name was. And speaking to her in Spanish, he asked her, "Does it not feel sad to you that you're the last person to speak this language? And you have no one to speak it to anymore?" She said, "Well, I speak it to myself when I'm hanging at the laundry and when I'm working in the kitchen. I'm on my own anywhere. I talk to myself in my language, so it's not lost yet." She was very old. And I thought it was very sad that this could be the very last time her language is ever spoken. It will be lost forever. The journalist thanked her and moved on. And in his journeys down the road in a nearby town, he came across a woman that he was told was also the last speaker of this language, Rosaria. And he asked Rosaria about it. And it was the same language. And she was talking about being the last speaker. He then said, "But hold on, I've met someone who's not far from here who also speaks your language. You're not the last." And she asked, "Who's that?" The journalist then told her the woman's name. Rosaria's face changed. "No, we don't talk." That says more about human nature than it does about language death, doesn't it? Only person in the world she can still speak to, but they don't talk. Oh, funny and sad at the same time, isn't it? Human nature, eh? That's never left me, that story, obviously. It was years ago I read it. There's a lesson in that somewhere. Follow me for more.